guys, this is Michael Helene with Restart, and today we're going to be doing a painting that I did a long time ago called Till Death. You'll see why. This was just something I was working on one day on my deck. You have to apologize for the way that it is recorded. I know that there's like a water stained cardboard thing behind it because, again, it was just sort of on the whim. I had all my stuff. I think I was at my mom's house and I just pulled what I had out and started painting. So I haven't done this video yet because I don't know. I had most of the footage, but one of the footage pieces was lost, and so I was like, I'm not going to use it. And then I looked at it and I was like, this is kind of a cool painting. So I'm going to show you. The first thing I did was a little bit of liquid white, which is the Bob Ross liquid white with, liquid clear. Liquid clear, I added a little bit of white, like a ribbon of white, and a little tiny drop of black. And I used a cloth and I smeared that all over the surface, okay, of the canvas. And I believe this is a 16 by 20. No, it's not. It's 20 by 20. Yeah, it's a 20 by 20 canvas. Then I just used a dark brown. Oh, and by the way, with liquid clear, you can make any base color to tint your canvas. I like it because it wets the canvas, gives me a tint. I can use it on the top and the bottom. I can do two different colors. I just use jars. I'm the queen of jar saving. Queen. Ask anybody that lives with me. I save every jar. I'm horrible. I have all these jars of like cherry jars and olive jars and all these jars, and I use these jars to make different colors of like liquid color, the Bob Ross liquid clear with whatever color, and that gives me my backgrounds. And then I used a dark sort of gray beigey color that I just mixed some, I think it was like black and yellow and something else with it, and just created sort of a basic structural outline for what I was going to be painting, which is obviously a couple. The couple is going to be sort of a clownish looking couple, and this was inspired by what I was going through at the time in my life. I was very obsessed with relationships and how they worked, and so on and so forth, which is funny because right now I shouldn't say this because I'm afraid he's going to see it, but I sort of have this guy that's like stalking me, which is hysterical because I look like this. Okay. I swear, I don't always not have a tooth. I had to get a tooth taken out, and they have to put an implant in, which they already did, and now it has teeth. So anyways, it's so embarrassing, but he likes me, and he drives me, he's calling me all the time and like coming over and just like stopping by and bringing my kids stuff, which is just weird. So anyways, this weekend I'm by myself, and I was like, I'm gonna get some work done. So we're gonna get this video finally put up after a year. So I'm using some black oil paint, blue oil paint, green oil paint, and I'm layering the clothing and the gentleman's hair. This is very loose, okay? Just because I do it one way, you could do an idea of this painting, and it's very simple in reality. So if you're somebody that's starting out, and you like dark painting, dark arts, then this would be a good painting to do. I tend to like bright colors, but I also am a very sort of, I was like a goth girl back in the day, and I like the dark arts sort of feeling. So this was something that I really enjoyed doing. I love painting clowns and portraits, and I thought, how can I mix those two things together? And you'll see what I mean at the end. And you really should watch it till the end because it is an extraordinarily cool painting. I did finally put it on sale on eBay if you want to buy it. I also do commissions, so if you're interested in having me do something similar, or you want different colors or whatever, I can do that too. So anyways, going back to it, I laid the paint on pretty thick. I do have some like paint thinner, the no smell paint thinner stuff that I use on areas that I want thinner. I usually start dark, work my way to lighter or brighter, if you will. The darker colors I keep thinner, and then I layer to thicker. You'll even see in this base layer that I'm putting down that it's pretty thin, but that the blue has a little bit more texture to it. Well, that's on purpose, okay? That's so that you can see the blue on top of the black, even though I wanted it to be pretty subtle. I'm laying in the eyes. Again, this is not a portrait that I want it to be perfect, but I still want it to look like a person. So when I'm putting these in, it's really just general. Okay, now that's the area I was missing. I don't know what happened to it. It must have been bad and I must have gotten rid of that particular file. But as you can see, I used the red and the green to create, the red to create the lips and some highlight areas. And it's just I think it's like a cad red and then an orange. But again, you can do whatever. And then I used some green and I just spot painted. I'm using some grays, some whites. I mean, my palette for this painting is amazing clown painting. Is like every color of the rainbow. But really all you need is red, yellow, blue, or a magenta, yellow, and cyan color, and you can make all of these colors. So you don't need a ton of paint to do this. You really don't. I did, and I was playing with it, but if I wanted a color to be slightly more muted, I would just add the opposite color on the color wheel. So if I've got my my yellow, my greens, and I wanted to mix them together, you can see it kind of gives me a really good faded color. But if I wanted to mute the yellow, I would add a tiny bit of violet, and vice versa. On the red, same thing. I had my red there. If I wanted some areas that I didn't want to be quite so red, but still red, I didn't want to necessarily put black in it or something that was going to make it too drab, then you just go to the opposite side of the color wheel. And look, I'm a hairdresser by trade originally. I owned a couple salons for many, many, many years, very successful salons, and I'm an educator. I educated people how to do hair color for 100 years. Seems like 100 years, it was like 20 years, actually. But the thing is that if you know the color wheel, you can get anything done. You know the color wheel, you can get any of these colors as long as you have those 3 colors. You probably need a white and you probably need a black. I rarely use black unless I'm trying to get that really, really black look in a painting in something like more modern like this. But nevertheless, so as you can see, I'm just placing colors. I know I'm not explaining this clearly. I'm hoping that the video will do that for you. I mean, there's not a whole lot to explain. Place some eyes, place a lip, put something that kind of looks like a nose if you want it. I don't even know that I have a nose necessarily. I put an ear in there so that structurally you could see where his head was facing, and where her head was facing. I also used warmer tones on his face and his skin, aside from green, which is kind of a cooler color, but because it's mixed with yellows and oranges, it sort of looks warm. And then I also mixed, and then on the girl side, and again, till death, right? These are married zombie clown people. On her side, I kept her more on the cool side. Blues, purples, violets. There are still some skin type colors in there, but you'll definitely see a difference in the tones of and the values of these 2 characters. The other thing is you'll notice that I push paint quite a lot. So you can see I'm still using some lighter tones, some skin color type of tones, but the 2 characters are painted very different, but they work well together. And they will be tied in with a really cool technique in a minute, so you should definitely keep watching. And subscribe, because I'm really trying to build my channel. And guess what, guys? I won a JAZZA artwork yesterday. Okay, if you don't watch JAZZA, I don't know, you should watch him. He's like saved my life on so many occasions, and I know I'm a 40-year-old woman with kids, but I don't care. I love this guy. He cracks me up. I get to laughing so hard. And I tried to get like many of the paintings because he never sells them. And last night my heart was racing and I was running around and I was bidding, and I won one of his artworks. Not the one I wanted, but it is awesome, and it comes with a giant pencil. So the next time that I do a video, I'm hoping it'll be here. It's coming from Australia, obviously, because he's in Australia. So I'll have the pencil. I also got a print of one of the ones that I really wanted and didn't get. Because they went too high. So anyways, I'm pushing this paint around. I'm trying to get kind of a smeary effect. Then I loosened the paint at 2 different levels. I did some with the liquid clear, so it was a little bit thicker, so it wouldn't drip as much. And I did some with paint thinner. And then I just squeegeed the brush over it. As you can see, I kind of squeezed the brush. I let it drip on areas where I didn't want as much drip. I softened it. I went back and highlighted with some lighter colors, some of those skin colors. But pushing the paint around like this is what allowed me to have this sort of loose, you still see a blocky feeling. There's still like a blocky feeling, but it's very loose and moving. And I don't know. I just think it's really cool. Everybody that sees this painting loves this painting. And I was nervous to do this because it's not necessarily the style I've done, but it is something I enjoy doing. And I don't want to make it a big thing. So, I don't know. I'm going to have a drink of coffee. Y'all want to see my dog? I think it's almost over. Hold on. Oh, Dixie, come here, look. This is Dixie. Say hi. Hey, hello. She's an old lady, but she's my baby. She's my baby. My old lady girl. So anyways, guys, I really hope you like this painting. I am happy to help you do something like this. If you want to comment and subscribe and all of those things. As you can see, I'm just doing some light detail touches now. Just going back through and seeing what was working. I would always step back because as you do this and as you change and push that color around, you might change one area and then it changes a whole nother area. And so there's a lot of putting layer over layer on here. But that was the fun of it. That was kind of the fun part about doing this. Is stepping back and looking and saying, okay, I like this color, but I don't like this, and I like the way this looks. And it was just a really cool thing to do. I liked the drips. I think I had some more drips too. I liked how the drips looked. I liked how that dark faded up into the brighter colors. And you could, like I said, use any color on this, any shape eye, any shape lip. As long as you have some kind of structural idea. Are you licking me? She's licking me. It gives you the idea that there are two people there. You know, I probably draw a million heads a week because I want to be really, really good at portraiture. I don't think I'm there yet. Oh, this is what I was talking about, that red. So I didn't want like it to look like blood, right? I didn't want it to look like it was blood dripping down. So I wanted like a kind of a corally sort of color. And so I mixed the red with a little bit of violet or a little bit of purple and white. And it gave me sort of more of a muted color. But it just, like, in the light, this is the coolest picture. It has the coolest, like, textures and the coolest dimensions. And it just, I'm telling you, it's the coolest painting. So if you like the dark arts, so to speak, and you're new to painting, this was, you know, something that I think anybody could do. I did this very early on. Like I said, I've been painting for like 2 years. I never drew before that. I did it because my mom collected artwork and I got like really obsessed and I was like, I can do that. I'm an artist. Like, I'm a hairdresser. How hard could it be? And let me tell you, it's much harder. But I watched videos and I took some classes and I started drawing and I practiced. And I got really good at it. And now I like to draw. I like do some digital. I got a Huey on tablet. Pretty excited. So I'm just going back through with different colors. So this is obviously black. I think I've got some blue in there. I've got some grays in there, and I just let it drip until I didn't want it to drip anymore. I loved how that was sort of smearing everybody down. I go back in here. I add a little bit of blue right there to balance because there was like some blue on the other side. I add some blue on that side. Put a little bit of highlight back in there, and yeah, I hope you guys like it. Please follow, subscribe. How many times have I said that? I hate saying that. I don't like saying it, but, you know, I'm not big enough yet to be one of those people that's like, you don't have to subscribe. I'm not big at all, but I will be. I will be. Everyone will love me. I know they will. Because I'm super fun and super cool. And I do fun things like this. Cool, crazy, slimy looking art clown couple. Alright guys, Dixie, say goodbye. We're gonna go let you enjoy the rest of the painting, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.